Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Concept. I'm your host, Mr. Pagan. Welcome back. Um, yeah, this episode, I believe, 12 of season 2. Yeah, episode 12 of season 2, I believe. On a roll. I haven't made episodes in quite a few days because I've been busy recording and hashing out other schemes and taking over the world, right? No, but really, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for maintaining connections, losing connections, and building new connections. And that's what it's all about. Yeah, man. One thing I realized is that, the form of slavery that's going on right now is really above anybody's comprehension because it's done through us, to us, by each other, through each other, literally, figuratively and literally, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that, financially, however you want to look at it. And it's fucked up because our own families do this to us. They could use our children to put us in compromising positions and things like this. Co-workers, friends, family. And it's evident when it's happening. You know what I mean? Because I'm copacetic with everybody. But every now and then you got a nut-ass person doing, nut-ass activity, type shit. Nut-ass type shit. And it happens all the time, through family, through friends, co-workers, through anywhere, through the shit that you deal with, even through your electronics. Shit happens through your electronics on a nut-ass level. But what you gotta understand is, what we gotta understand is, this is William's pen, right? William Penn, flip that around. This is William's pen, right? What do you do? What do you do with a pen? You keep something in, right? This is William's pen, right? He pins something in, like cattle, like cow or pigs or chickens. You pin them in. This is William's pen. And ironically, I'm attached to so many, legacies, through last name and through surnames and things like this. I'm actually related to Williams as well. Washington's, Williams, Robinson's, Murchison's, Potts, Pagans. The list goes on and on, really. Brigman's. How could I forget Brigman's? Oh, my God. Ugh. Yeah, man. I got so many lineages attached in this family tree of mine that they pull from different places. You know what I mean? And, not to mention Brodus. Yeah. How could I forget Brodus as well? Yeah. So, pulling from all these different lineages, right? You got all these different families. And that's what's going on right now, and I see it. My grandmother have 5 boys, 1 girl, my mother being that girl. And I believe there's, 3 or 4 different fathers between everybody. Now, I know certain things that other, family members don't know certain things about because I'm close to my grandmother. I'm closer than most. So I know certain things that others might not be previewed to. And I'm not, going to put anything out there, anybody's business out there at all. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is, these different families feel entitled and they also take and steal. Like, for example, we're attached to all these different families, and I see the thievery going on in all these families. You know what I mean? With the Williams, with the Robinsons, with the Broduses, I don't see nothing with the Potts. You know what I mean? I don't see nothing with the Brickmans. But it's all the children of my grandmother. You know what I mean? My grandmother's children and who they're attached to. You know what I mean? My grandmother's children and who they're attached to is not any legacy of my grandmother's. You know what I mean? The Potts, good people, as far as I'm concerned. The Brigmans, good people, as far as I'm concerned. You know what I mean? I never met them, so I can't really say anything bad about them. Robinsons, never really met them like that. I mean, I met them through my grandmother, as far as I'm concerned. They're good people. You know what I mean? All of them. The Bruces are good, all of them. But one of these families is purposely stealing my grandmother's identity and been doing it for a long time, and also fucking with her through the city in different municipalities and, you know, different ways, you know, with the whole Scanapico situation, how I mentioned previously how Pico Energy was telling her that somehow they were involved with her electricity or some shit like that. So, yeah, what do we do about that? Scanapico's was involved with my grandmother's electricity for some reason. Trying to get electricity or had electricity in her name one way or another. But if that's the case, then this city already knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, and they're well aware of it. All my family is too. Right? But they're being used by this city, the municipalities, whatever organization, secret or non-secret, to hold people back, certain people of certain blood types, heritage, colors. I know who I am. I'm the only one of these motherfuckers who has Cuban in their blood. And Cuban is Taino Indian. I know that for a fact. So I think they're trying to keep Taino Indians either attached to this land, or Cubans attached to this land, or eliminate Cubans and not let them thrive in this land, in this state. I don't know what it's about. Native, Cuban, I don't know. Irish, shit, I should be on top of the world with Irish in my blood, right? No, they make it hard for you every which way you turn. Through people, through everyday things. This is William's pen. It's designed to pin you down in every way. Intellectually, physically, emotionally. You know, they want to get you in your feelings, all that type of shit. That's what it's designed to do. And I peep game. I peep all the bullshit. I read between the lines. I seen the bullshit before it was coming. But most people don't got it like that. You know, and I make light of situations. I'm not here to make it hard on anybody else. I'm not here to embarrass nobody, poke fun at nobody, or anything. Because I'm not here to judge or anything, but I'm merely observant. And when you keep on fucking with somebody, when you keep on poking the bear, you're going to get what you're asking for. You run around here, keep fucking with people. You run around here fucking with people all the time. You got to stop fucking with people. Because eventually somebody going to put you in your fucking place. You know, and to be honest with you, any motherfucker should be thankful that I put them in their place. They should be thankful. You know why? Because I'm the type of motherfucker that puts you in your place and make it a good moment instead of the end of your life. That's who I am. I make it a good moment. Because that's who I am. Let me spark my weed. See, I've been going through a lot And we've all been going through a lot, right? Not just me. We've all been going through a lot. You've been going through a lot. I've been going through a lot. It's like everybody has that boiling point where they just fed up with bullshit. And me, I'm about to just start putting comedy roofs out there about people. You know what I mean? Or I'm going to just dive deeper into myself. Because at this point, knowing that I'm stuck in Williams' pen, this pig pen that we're in this fucking city, I just don't want to deal with nobody no more. Because you can literally see the bullshit coming through people, through these dead-eye motherfuckers. Is people with dead eyes. They have black souls, and you can tell who they are because they'll always try to change their appearance. They always try to look like somebody else or try to switch up their style somehow. You could switch up however many times you want. You could try to look like whoever the fuck you want to look like. You could try to set a trend, whatever the fuck you're trying to do. But the whole thing is, you have to be authentically you. If you're not really being you, then it's not it. You're not it. It's just not. It's just not it. I'm me because this is it. I'm really being me. Everybody could see that I'm really being me. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. I'm being me at the end of the day. And you should be you too. Don't pretend, don't fight, because this is Williams' pen. At the end of the day, it's like, all right, you got to do what you got to do for you, right? You got to do what you got to do for your family and all that shit. But what if all that is made by design to pin you in even more? All the bills and shit to pin you in even more. Sign a piece of paper with a pen to pin you in even more. Contracts to pin you in even more. That's all I'm saying. And don't get me wrong. I'm related to Williams. I'm related to all of that. No problem. Ain't nothing wrong with it. But it's a problem when it's systematic. It's a problem when it's oppressive. It's a problem when it's slavery. And it's a problem when it's going on unwittingly or unknowingly. And a lot of you out there know it. And you hear it in your mind, and you feel it in your spirit, and you feel it in your soul and your mind, in the back of your mind, you just feel it. A wise man once told me, how do you know when you're being cheated? Because it feels like it. It always feels like you're being cheated. You could put out the best work in the fucking world, right? You could put out books, music, whatever you want. But if they don't want you to make it, if they don't want an eye on you or whatever, it won't be. It just won't be. Period. That's because they pin you down. It's designed that way. You know, they sacrifice people. They sacrifice people when they still out of this intellectual pool. And once you become aware of this intellectual pool that everybody pulls from, every artist, everybody in the world pulls from the intellectual pool on some level, right? If you're a creator and you're out there creating, you pulling from this pool. Some people got it, some people don't. Fake ass, whatever creators. I don't give a fuck. If I create something, I put it out there. I don't give a fuck. I create that shit. I'm not trying to make it perfect. None of that shit, because nothing is perfect. I'm not looking to be perfect. If I wanted to be perfect, I'd go to the fucking industry and sign up, right? But I'm not. I'm independent. So therefore, sometimes you're going to get shit that's half-assed because it's meant to be half-assed. It's half-assed because I created it that way and it sounded good in a way and I just shot that shit out there. And that's what it is. You know what I mean? The whole thing about it is everything you do, everything that you're doing is building up a body of work. And it shows for something. And that's the only way that you get out of Williams' pen, by stacking up the things that you do. You got to stack your things up so you can climb out of this fucking pig pen. That's what it is. You know what I mean? And I'm saying it's a pig pen because it's designed by the elites. It's designed by the elites. And the only ones that really get a taste of getting out of this shit is the ones who really make it for themselves, who goes into entertainment and artistry and really try to, pave their own way. Because then you can actually get out of here and see the rest of the world and see how they live compared to what's going on here and what they believe contrary to what we believe over here, and compare the two. And then you can see the hypocrisy in it all and understand that this city and everything that they say that it stand for is not really what it stand for. This is a fucking incubator for spies, for all the nut shit, for spies, for bloodlines, for any type of nut shit they want to do. And it's not just this city neither. Because they scoop motherfuckers up to make them spies. They approach people and they do backdoor people. They attach to everything. So you ain't got to worry about that. They attach to everything, within, without the city, everything. In New York, it's the same way. In all these cities, who's under the watchful eye. All these motherfuckers, I'm telling you, they can scoop you up, make you do whatever you want. They'll fake your death, throw you somewhere and have you doing all types of shit. I'm telling you. That's what they'll do to you. They'll fake your death, or they'll really get rid of you, or have you sign an NDA, and then you just can't disclose that shit. And if you do, they definitely gonna know you did. Then they gonna take care of you, or, get you in jail and take care of you that way. This is what they do to people. Because you're not supposed to know this type of truth. You're not supposed to understand what this really is. There's a whole lot coming to light right now that people aren't preview to, that people aren't talking about. Because, for one, they don't know. For two, they're scared. Why are they scared? Because they don't want to be called crazy. Who want to be called fucking crazy? None of you do. I don't give a fuck. So yeah, call me crazy, call me kooky, call me conspiracy theories, say I believe in aliens and, spirits, so y'all call them ghosts. They spirituals, they souls and shit like that, they're entities, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, it's here and there, but I digress. All right. Anyway, people don't believe in shit unless they can feel it. If it's not in their pocket or in their fucking mouth, or sticking out their ass, they don't believe it. Like, seriously. You know what I mean? If they're not holding it in their fucking hand, if they can't put it on their feet, or wear it on their head, or sit on it and sit in it and drive down the street, they don't believe it exists. If they don't see it on a computer, a TV screen, or on their phone, they don't believe it exists. There's more to this world, and people know that. And there's things like, there's an end that meets multiple means. There's things that can be done, rituals can be done through TV performances, through everyday life, all of that type of shit. And they do it all the time. You having a job, the things people say to you on a daily basis, if you add it all up, it's systematic oppression. Busta Rhymes know what the fuck I'm talking about. Farrakhan know what the fuck I'm talking about. The Honorable Louis Farrakhan know what I'm talking about. But y'all just don't hear it. Because y'all sleep. People be thinking they woke, but they not. People really not woke out here. Everybody speak this woke shit, but the Pan-Africanism, all that shit is a farce. All of it is a lie. The shit you see on TV, the news, all that shit is a lie to distract you from the real fact that this is an incubator, that this is a harvest. This is why it's Thanksgiving, because they're thanking us for giving them our energy every fucking year, every fucking day. They're thanking us. Thanking us for giving them our time, our energy, our essence, our life's blood every fucking day. The elites know it. The celebrities know it. But they play along with the game, wittingly and unwittingly, because a lot of them know it and they just don't want to show it. because it's easier to get that money and be a poet. You know what I mean? I'm not hating. But I am going to whistleblow on that type of shit because we all going through it. And it's not just me. Okay? I've been going through it for a long time. And it's been happening very closely to me. My mom has been deemed to be schizophrenic or whatever, 302 in her and shit like that. She won't tell me the thoughts that's really running through her mind. But she went through that at times. And she comes out of it and she's just fine. But the whole thing about it is, when you get in there and they do these little zappy experiments and shit like that, and all this kind of shit they do to people and give you these medications and all this weird shit that they do to people, they fuck your mind up. And they'll make you think that you crazy when in fact, you should have trusted your first mind and believed that you were right about what the things that you thought you was right about. Because a lot of times, conspiracies aren't conspiracies, especially when everything is adding the fuck up. 2 + 2 = 5. And I'm coming from the 5th floor with all this information that I'm dropping on y'all. And it's not really coming from me. This shit is coming from the spirit. This shit is coming from the soul. And this shit is coming from my mind. This is coming from the intellectual realm, from the spiritual realm, from the physical realm as well, because I got to speak these words out of this mouth. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. Y'all got to wake up. Y'all got to stop being so hateful. The thing that fucks me up, I got people that do me wrong that I do no wrong to. The thing that fucks me up more, I got people that do me wrong that I do things for. The thing that fucks me up more than that, I got people that do me wrong that I got love for and I got loyalty for and I would never betray. And they still stab you in the fucking back and do you dirty on a daily basis just by not opening their mouth, not paying attention, or not giving a fuck about what's going on with you and yours. When you might, you care about everybody. You would have open arms for people. But they don't give a fuck about you and yours. They don't give a fuck about reaching out. Nobody do. For real, for real. Your last connection to your people, for real, if you hear me out there, talk to your grandparents, because they know the truth about all this shit. Half of them been brainwashed, though. No, more than half of them. Correction. All of them been brainwashed or dead. They died because we don't care for them. We don't love them. So they die. That's why you got to care for them and talk to them while they're here, so they can talk to you and tell you things. Most people don't do that. It's an old tradition of passing on history verbally, because you can't trust text and scripts and writing. When your grandparents is telling you things that they remember from when they was a child, you're passing on legacies. You're passing on memoirs and all that shit verbally. But you don't get that because you don't connect with your grandparents, because you stick them in an old folks' home. So you lose the connection, the spiritual connection, the intellectual connection, the character and person that you supposed, the DNA connections. Because certain things in your DNA can't even be unlocked until you love your grandparents, till you love your mother and father, till you love your ancestors. Certain things you can't even be unlocked or attained until you do these things. But you motherfuckers is out there acting nutty. I need to get on a level, man. Listen, this is Mr. Pagan. I'm out. Check the music out. Check the books out. You know where the fuck they at.